I am here with Engelina Koberna, and I know that we've been talking about how during all this craziness, amazing things and amazing people and amazing businesses and nonprofits are just literally rising everybody up. And Engelina is here to share a little bit about Hope for Kids Geauga. And what they're doing to make sure that our kids are continuing their education. So welcome, Engelina. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me on your little program here.
Oh, thank you. We're going to Perel during our virtual. There we go. Okay. No germs being passed. Engelina and I are not in the same room.
Fist pump,
or elbow pump. So Engelina, what is your role with Hope for Kids?
I've been on the board since 2018. So I'm a board member and I'm working on some of the special projects that we're initiating this year.
And tell us a little bit about what Hope for Kids Geauga is.
Well, Hope for Kids Geauga is, their mission is to raise funds and awareness to improve the lives of abused, neglected, and at-risk children in Geauga County.
And what are some of the things that you guys do?
Well, last year we helped fund and touch the lives of 600 children in Geauga County through various things like helping them pay for camps, creating emergency backpacks when they're pulled out of homes, at-risk homes. There was probably about 300 cases of neglect reported in Geauga County last year, and about 180 of them proved that there were problems and issues in those homes. So those children had to leave quickly out of those homes, and we prepared some backpacks and things with some vital necessities for them, toothbrushes, stuffed animals, things like that, so that they felt like they had something.
And how did you get started? Like, there's so many nonprofits around. What made you choose this one?
Well, my kids are grown like yours. And so I always have been a strong advocate for children. I've always volunteered in schools. And, this just was a natural step for me and some of the other people that no longer are involved in the schools. If you have a heart for children, and who doesn't, then I just felt really compelled to help the kids, because there's a lot more than what people realize here in Geauga that need assistance.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And you guys, you guys hopped on this initiative right away. I remember Carrie Hawk, who is also part of Hope for Kids Geauga, is on the chamber board. And so it was the Thursday really before all this, we had a board meeting and she had mentioned it. So you guys really just jumped on this quickly. Tell everybody a little bit about what Hope for Kids Geauga did and is continuing to do.
Well, we discussed how we could help kids, a new avenue to help kids in January during our board retreat. And the idea came up to supply hotspots to kids that couldn't do homework assignments. As you know, my daughter's a teacher, and she brought up the fact that some kids could not do some of the homework assignments. And so we felt that that would be an area that we could possibly help. And then with this whole thing with the schools being shut down and then going to virtual learning, we just thought, oh my gosh, we have to react. And fortunately, our meeting was on March 10th, our monthly meeting. So we were able to discuss it. And myself and a couple others said, hey, we'll contact the schools. So I talked to a lot of the tech departments to see what they were doing, what they were thinking of doing. And we had the tech director right here in Chagrin. He did a great, Mike Doherty.
Oh, yes.
He did a great job of helping me with the research of what the best hotspots and pricings were. And so we talked 4 or 5 times a day just in those couple days. And he was fabulous. So he came out with a pricing chart and sources. And so we were able to get a dollar cost average for each unit and what the best contract was for 7 months. And he had a government sprint contract person that we could call. And so we were able to send that information quickly out to the principals and superintendents so they could get quickly back to us,
Right.
like an estimate of the number of students that they felt were at risk or economically challenged and didn't have hotspots or web capabilities. So we got the numbers in pretty quickly from most of the districts in the county. We still did not reach one, which we're still trying to reach. And
so what school districts are those?
The school districts that we were able to reach were and get numbers from and were able to fund. They were Berkshire, Chardon, Kenston, Chagrin, which, as you know, is in both counties, and West G, Newberry. We have not been able to reach Cardinal, which we still would love to. Hopefully this will reach someone that will call us. But each of those districts had a need, and in most cases we were able to fulfill the whole need, and still there is more need out there, so that they would have this hotspot for the next 7 months.
Wow. You guys pledged or donated or took $15,000, is that correct, out of your funding to get this? And is the money gone? Did that cover everything?
No, well, it covers a 7-month contract, and we'd still like to cover some more. Berkshire, for instance, had 35 of their own hotspots, but they had to pay for the contract.
Gotcha.
But we were able to get them additional 30, which they needed, so that was a total of 65 hotspots that they really needed. So there are also some additional needs that Chardon came back with, that their original number from the time we approved it on Friday night to Saturday, they found out they had another need for 10 more hotspots, and this, as well as Kenston. So the schools are taking over some of those costs. However, it's a burden on them, and we'd like to help with that. And we'd also like to continue the program throughout the year and each year.
Sure. So a lot of people asking how they can help. It's been, we are the Chagrin Valley, and we do like to help. So people can visit hopeforkidsgeauga.org if they're interested, and they could actually adopt a hotspot.
Correct.
How much is each individual hotspot? If we don't have, I'm sure right now people are concerned about their money, and people who are, weren't going through things, maybe going through things now. How much is one hotspot?
Well, when we first started this and the first few schools ordered, it was $169 for a 7-month contract. Mm-hmm. So we were able to lock into some of those prices, but as the schools were getting their numbers together, the prices were raising, and they ran out of those monthly. And so now that some of them had to go to 12 months and 24-month contracts, which we approved the funding for the 7 months at $169 a unit. And now, the units are coming in at $220, $230, depending on, the best option that they got with the provider.
So really anything that someone could donate can actually make a difference.
Right. And they can just go to the website and click on donation, and they can put in their notes, or they can mail in a check. We have a P.O. box, and that is it's Geauga, Hope for Kids Geauga, P.O. Box 21, Novelty, Ohio 44072, and then you can indicate on your line of your check Wi-Fi.
Okay, and they can also, when they're doing it online, they could indicate that in a note section.
Correct.
So that they make sure that the funds that are going to to the Wi-Fi initiative. You and I were talking a little beforehand. You are a breast cancer survivor, mm-hmm. And we love you. And so you had to take things a little bit more serious. And you said that weeks prior to us getting all panicked and staying away from each other, not panic, I shouldn't say that, us getting away from each other, you were practicing social distance. Tell us a little bit more about kind of that extra fear that you might have, because you do have that over your head right now.
Well, I mean, a lot of breast cancer survivors that have gone through chemo could have a suppressed immune system due to the fact that some of our lymph nodes have been taken out. And we're also, a lot of us are continuing cancer treatment for up to 10 years through hormone suppression. So we just, several of us talked that were survivors, including like Don Cohen, who's on our board for Hope for Kids. And just, when we played tennis, we would do the little elbow bump, or, you just kind of keeping away. And it is flu season and as well. So,
sure.
We, whenever we play a sport, we always use hand sanitizer, wash our hands after. And so, it is, we're all practicing it now and, keeping 6 feet apart. So
that's right. That's right. And you, like I, are a new grandmama. Mm-hmm. So how are you able to see the grandbaby?
Well, in the beginning, we did for a couple weeks, for maybe about a week. But then my grandbaby's daddy he works for UH, and he is in the trauma unit of UH. So he decided, for our safety and his parents' safeties, that he would not come with the baby and be in contact with us as well. And so, but we did go on a nice hike in Foring Meadows on Sunday, and they were 6 feet apart, but we at least got to see the baby. And
did you get to see the art in the park? I've heard that there's
the Hope
stick art.
Yeah.
I love that.
Art. Yeah, and every like, I don't know, maybe quarter mile, somebody had taken sticks and wrote Hope, which was kind of
I
nice.
love that. I love that. So there's a couple common questions that I'm asking. I know we talked about how people can get a hold of you. It's hopeforkidsgeauga.org, which we will put right down there. Sure. And then one way that you're relieving stress is you're at home.
Right. We all are at home.
Yes. What are you doing to release some stress?
I'm painting a painting.
Love that.
And haven't done that in quite a while, which is kind of fun, a landscape painting. So
I love that. And if one thing that my ending question is, one thing that you want to say to the folks out there.
Just that, this too shall pass. And it seems like if you get down or you get depressed, that just reach out by telephone or call or text or email to anyone you might know, that just to bring yourself a little joy in the day. And
amen.
We're all in this together.
Amen. We are the Chagrin Valley. We'll get through it. And you were happy that I set this up because you were forced to brush your hair today.
Yes, I got to blow dry my hair and put on lip gloss. I was quite happy.
I have to start. I just did talk to Mary Ann Bryce from the Valley Art Center, and she said that her mom always said lipstick. So I'm gonna put some lipstick on for the next interview.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, thank you so much. Please stay well.
Yeah, you too. And, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely.
Out there to people.
Thank you, and have a great day.
All right, you too.
We'll
Bye.
see ya. Bye.
Bye.